Testing, testing, testing. Alright, looks like my mic works. Hello again, everybody. Bantres is back with another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Today, we're gonna proceed with the Natsuki route. Alright, so, like I said, we're proceeding with Natsuki now because we just completed last night. So, we're gonna do this one. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Ah, you poor sucker. Time to write a poem. Okay, so let's see. I think Natsuki prefers the cute words, I guess. So I think it's chocolate. Yep. A nightgown, as I learned last time. A kiss. Let's see. Maybe bouncy. Okay. Candy. Aha. Okay, so Fear, Holiday, Wonderful. Which one of these will suit her best? Maybe spinning? Let's find out. Yes, okay. Cute? Yep, definitely. I want to say climax, but I don't want to test it. Let's see. Milk? I love this thing, honestly. Skirt. Massacre? Nope. Is it nibble? Yep. Okay. Fun? Is it either fun or Valentine? Let's go with Valentine. Pleasure will probably fall under Yuri. Boop. Natsuki. Okay. So, Clouds, Portrait, Romance, Eternity. No, Eternity will be a Yuri thing. Maybe Clouds? Okay. Papa. Fluffy. Pink. Sugar. Okay. Is it Parfait? It's gonna be Parfait, right? Okay. Think on it, interest. Think on it. I know thinking is not your strong suit, but think. Kawaii. Hey! Oh, perfect Natsuki trophy. Cool. Oh. Hi, Monica. Don't worry. Oh. Okay, so what I decided to do is I'm gonna skip the dialogue that I haven't unlocked yet, so we can save more time. So, with Natsuki. Okay. I hear Natsuki utter a desperate sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Yeah, I've actually read the entire Gashville manga. Have you heard of that, Natsuki? You probably haven't, but if you did, we're two of us would be one of... Yeah, the two of us would get along just fine. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out what the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Touché. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. So you got OCD or something? I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box. The box set she's admiring. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Yeah, and I'm sure Gashville is one of the obscure titles out there. So, again, what's the word? Two peas in a pod, birds of a feather, something like that. That probably means either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Andres. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. Dan, are you trying to tell me something again? It's certainly moe, and that's how you pronounce it, okay? If it falls in the Japanese category, it's pronounced moe, by the way. So, don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Double meaning. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easy to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow. How long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and play through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Then I'll battle you, sly devil. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about... Like, there's really a funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all the backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Oh, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Power! Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a minute. She doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Fun fact, I wanted to cook once when I was watching cooking and eating anime. Yeah, so that phase flew over by me quickly. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, both the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. It is, really. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, here we go. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Yeah? You don't. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Did you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. I guess you don't have any friends? Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Feisty. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. If anybody in my group watches this, I am so sorry. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's very accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. What kind of father do you have, Natsuki? At least it's safe here in the club room. I think we're not in a safe place anymore, everybody. Except Monica about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Oh, maybe. But at least you enjoyed yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. Minori, I think that's how you pronounce it. Minori, okay. You always feel a little bad for her, but since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. Used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Couldn't your timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki certainly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it over to Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It will take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start on the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. Come on, I mean, how big is a manga book supposed to be? It only takes me like 1 hour or two to read an entire manga book. I mean, is it the size of a Bible maybe, or is it like a world history book, or what? How big is this book? Like, come on. I might fall behind one of some shows if I try to get through this. You just read it and watch. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Yeah, dude, I definitely would. I mean, like I said before, I'm a simp for this girl, so 100%. I wouldn't even ask her, hey, can I take 3 of those home with me? Sorry, y'all. Something came up, but I'm back now. So, mic check. We are good. We're Gucci. Okay. So, yeah. Or am I more scared what will happen if I don't finish it? Oh, come on, my dude. Don't be scared. Alright then. I stand up, my stuff, and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Oh, time to skip? Okay. Is it Sayori? She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem interest. Oh, okay. Okay, so same deal. Nats is Monica. Hi, interest. Yeah, I like an interest. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take it as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that apply to anybody. I see. So, you're saying that Natsuki is kinda like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. Okay, so... Okay. I was worried it would skip something, but I guess it won't. Hello, Yuri. She's already judging what I wrote. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. That's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why would you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in with her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up from them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit it to together. Okay, so hold up. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. So, I want to take back what I said last night. I did say that Yuri is my least favorite, but after exploring that route myself, that's not the case anymore. So, how do I say? It's like, she's still by no means my favorite, but I'm going to like and appreciate Yuri's character a lot more after going through a round. Like, that's not something I could feel right away when I watch people play, you know? Like, because they would go ahead and just do their own things. Meanwhile, I'm perfect ending here, and for each save, I'm gonna have to focus on each individual girl. And but since my focus is on them, I guess I get to know them much better than if I just went through the game blindly. So I like that this game has replay value if you have the courage to get through it. So, next is Natsuki. I'm saving the best for last. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki will read my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share. Like Monica said. But I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and go like, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Did she just admit my poem was good? So in other words, you're saying that you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you. You don't have to go and answer to the world like you're all self-important. But are you sure you never actually said that? I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Okay, so we've seen that one. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Oh wait, we've already gone through this dialogue, right? I don't know, I still feel interested enough to see what she says again. But isn't it the point for poems to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling on the last line. So you did. There's more went to it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud of it, then I won't take that away from her. But when I started playing this game, it said that everybody here is over the age of 18, so that makes me wonder, if she's the youngest here and she's still 18, does that mean like Yuri's 19, Monika's 20, Sayori maybe 18 and 19? I don't know. Makes me think like we're in college or something instead of high school. Phew. Right, so we're gonna skip the dialogue. Oh, okay. Ming should jump out at the reader, not force him to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Antris. Wait, we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Antris? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Natsuki. Just wanted to let everybody know, I prefer this route over the others. But I didn't leave the rest for last because it would seem more fitting to put Sayori at the end. You'll understand why. So, Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I've racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take forever. Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Okay, so... real quick, like this is something that reminds me of D&D again, because sure, you can use a lot of information to provide your characters, your players, so they can come up with their character concept. But if done right, you can provide as little info as possible and they can still make something great out of it. That's what makes 5th edition so good. And this is a guy that prefers 3.5, by the way. You know, but you know, the simplicity of 5th edition allows people to make a character concept that doesn't just fall flat. So anyway, back to the game. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha. Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. It is a really personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. But a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Antris. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Not surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about... I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Huh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that... Everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Antris. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around that we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Huh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Alright, so I really do like this conclusion better. When you take Yuri's side, Natsuki just leaves the room, crumples her poem, and she gets a little more crankier. And taking Natsuki's side pretty much makes it like where everybody wins. Like, yeah, maybe Yuri didn't appreciate what I said, but she didn't really hate me for it, did she? Still, it's like there's no more tension in this room. Like, with taking Natsuki's side, I took the tension away. Was she wrong? I mean, like I said last night, both of them were right, but we're approaching it the wrong way. So it mattered. At this point, it wasn't about who's right or wrong. It was more about which option would please everybody. Like, it's not always a good thing to be a people pleaser, but in this particular situation, it was probably needed. So anyway, we're gonna skip the dialogue. Okay, so we're back here. All right, so parfait, twirl, poof, hato. Oh, Doki Doki. Cute. Out of the way. Strawberry. Sama. Kitty. Childhood. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have picked that. Depression. Kawaii. I think Yuri would appreciate the sunset more. Maybe Natsuki's more of a fantasy? Yay! I knew you were a woman of culture. I like fantasy too. Cheeks. That's probably Yuri. Pain, that's probably Sayori. Warm? Okay. Okay, we're gonna stick to Natsuki. Skirt. Waterfall, holiday, family, beauty, swimsuit. Yeah. Lollipop. Meager sounds like a Yuri word. Shopping? Yep. Oh, maybe she likes to shop. Sunny, smile. Cool. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. I can still hear the smack. Huh? It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Oh, that's right. We were supposed to read her manga. Yeah. Don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. Everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended with Minori and Alice found Monica! Natsuki's voice resonates up from inside the closet. So what, they found Monica? Huh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet. So I had to move stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, just I had to organize it a bit. Top shelf is far above, Natsuki said. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Like, I mean, come on, she's not that short. I mean, I know that Yuri and Monica are like 5'5" or 5'7". Sayori's like 5'2". Natsuki's like 5'1", I think. No, wait, no, I think she's 4'9". Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Okay, yeah, no, you're extremely small, aren't you? Jeez. This is so inconvenient. I'm moving down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up to them and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because it's collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Staying on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool will be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Okay, so let me just... boop-a-doop. Okay. Here we go. Natsuki uses her finger. Smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah. The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There! Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. Okay, so... Let me just check one thing. Okie dokie. It's been 40 minutes so far. The classroom chairs have the desk attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk. Computer chair. She rolls it on its wheels back to the closet. Is that safe? It's a little dangerous since this chair rolls and rolls. Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Natsuki climbs into the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Ah, okay, it's another one. There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs the stock of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? I thought you didn't need my help. Who was it that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Whatever you do, don't look. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Hup. Natsuki wraps her arms around the parfait girl's, Mott said, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Interest. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Uh-oh, music shut off. Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance as she moves. Natsuki, The bots. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the bots. You pervs. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But... I'll do it myself. Ah, new comment. Who is it? Hello. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box tumbles out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight to my chest. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She puts her arms straight into me to... that must hurt. She seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross. Gross. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking? You sicko. Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. You didn't hear the commotion. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems that your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Oh no. Huh? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding to one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it on the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. She's sobbing. Oh, come on, don't cry. I mean, I know it's important. Well, maybe that's precisely why you're crying. Okay, I'm sorry. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see the tears on her face. I'll help her get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just... having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. Aww, look. That's... my heart. I don't think I remember this face. Then again, not many people take her route. I can probably count on one hand how many people take the Natsuki route, and probably with both hands and feet how many take the Yuri route. But anyway, I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her. I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll look the rest of your manga for you. I pick up Volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up again a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Oh, that face. I have to save this somehow. I have to save this. I have to set this as my screenshot or something because, oh my goodness, it's my heart. I can't take it. I can't take it. It's all too cute. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Huh? Okay, so I had to step away for a moment. It can get loud over here, and I do apologize. That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend would, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. Girl, what happened to you? I wish you could tell me. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip into the bots in the correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the bots onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. That's fine. You wouldn't need to make me. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out at me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in the manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Hehe. Told ya. Yeah. I return to my seat and back. Monika. Skip, it's pretty good. You've been spending more time with some time with Natsuki, haven't you? You must like her writing style. Yeah. I think it's a neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they're also meaningful. I can see why you'd be into this style. I guess that means you're not as much a fan of Yuri's poems, then? No, probably not. Honestly, I mean, I have like a short attention span, and if I read a whole page with a whole bunch of words, some which I don't understand, you're gonna lose my attention incredibly quickly. Nothing against the writer, of course. I mean, I guess that's why I can't get into Lord of the Rings, like, except for the movies. I plan to watch the movies at some point, but definitely not the books, because I've heard stories about how Tolkien would take a lot of sentences to describe a single tree or something like that. Could be wrong. But anyway, I wouldn't say that. I kind of like everyone's poems. That's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like Yuri's use of complex words and symbolism, or Sayori's way of expressing happiness or sadness in a more direct way. You must have some kind of preference, don't you? It's not that it's a contest or anything. I was just curious after all. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Sure. Sayori... Ellipsis. I guess Sayori doesn't change, no matter what you do. Unless you write for her, of course. Yuri. Are you still mad at me? Why? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. You prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Well, that's actually true, but that's not the point. Meaning, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. She's not. She's 100% on the dot. I just don't want to admit to it. How can I be so stupid? How is that these things happen? Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside me come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants. Wait, what? Has Monica been getting into your head too? We know she got into Sayori's head somehow on the last stream. But it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Oh, she's talking about sharing the poems thing. Okay. Yuri, please, it makes it easier for me if you don't concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Don't make me feel sorry for you. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her. That's just she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. Oh, I see. She reminds me of my last relationship. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. And then Natsuki. Out the way. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me. Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Oh, hello. Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's wrong with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, you... Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? I mean, if you're trying to impress me, that's nothing, right? So what's wrong with me trying to impress you? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I can already picture if this were an anime. I can already picture that one sentence. I can already tell. It just fills my imagination. Good job, team. I have to use the bathroom. Wait. What exactly are you gonna do there? Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Entress. Did you do something to Natsuki? I just that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that my voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She skims over it a second time, her smile not fading from her face. She's smiling. Okay. I see. At first I just thought you liked her writing style. But you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? You mean yesterday? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's calling me out. She's calling me out. I wrote a perfect... Wait. No. Listen. I may have cheated on that first poem, but not on the second one. Okay? This one wasn't a perfect poem, okay? So don't... Monica, you caught me off guard. You caught me the fuck off guard. Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. She's breaking the fourth wall. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. I did. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Oh, okay. So she wasn't gone for that long, and she wasn't doing what I thought she was going to be doing. Good grief. Okay, so she probably just needed to pee. Okay. Yeah, no. No. My head's in the gutter right now. Focus. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Like, she wasn't gone for long. Did you read this, Monika? She did. 2 times, in fact. Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. But Answer has wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Interest is done sharing this poem for everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Well, I guess Natsuki has my poem now. Not that I really plan on keeping it. Anyway, read my poem now. And I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. Oh, I don't think I've read this one. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. Why? That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I brought it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what somebody likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. See, this is... I like this, honestly. I love this. It's, like if you... like if people... If kids learn this, like during their middle school years, then there'd be a lot less bullies, probably. I mean, you'd still have some bullying, but, you know, it's just... Like, maybe not as many people would suffer if kids learn this lesson from the beginning. Like, people can like weird things and still be the best people you can be around. I mean, come on, I'm sure anybody's... If you have a best friend, I'm sure they have some weird hobby that they're not telling you about if you don't know it already. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday. But I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, too, okay? Alright, I will. Okay, everyone. Skip to the loo, skip to the loo, skip to the loo. I would walk home with Natsuki. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You just admitted it. That's not even the point in speculating anything that's ever going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Sayori... Don't say that. Come on. Okay. I think this is the last one before the weekend. First day we introduced ourselves. The second day is when we introduced the poems. The third day is when we wrote the second poems. Now we're on the third poem, which is going to be the fourth day. Alright, so sugar. Fantasy. Nibble. Cute. Clouds. Parfait. Kiss. Let's see. I would say poof. The Zone Holiday Fireworks Analysis. Uncontrollable. Boop. Ocean Vacation. Hair. Childhood Charm. Alone. Promise. Scars. Death. I would say hair. Yep. Valentine. Pink. Love and happiness and family contamination. Candy and dream bunny warm cheer. And my heart. Sensation of flying. Excitement. Shame. Memories. Lollipop. Pick anime. Crap. Okay. Papa. Vanilla? Yeah. Because vanilla's cute, and so is a skirt. Please don't judge me. I was just going with the theme of the game, okay? Alright. This is one of those things that if I say more of, I'll keep digging myself into a deeper grave. So I just go with bouncy, and that's it. Alright. Oh wow. Hey you. I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of the manga in her hand. That's right. A minute, so we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. Nah, I'm probably just making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. She didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, Natsuki at sales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. Why? Why does that matter to you? But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of that way from the start. Thanks, Natsuki. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding with her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's over already. Sayori. Let me guess, she's going home again. Yep. A little bit of Monica over here. Staying with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? I do. Okay. 100% like her. More above the others, okay? More than Sayori, more than Yuri, and certainly more than you, Monica. You're not my favorite right now. Oh, come on. Did she just hear what I said? Maybe I'm just not following along. My goodness, that couldn't have come at a worse time. It's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like manga that she's into. I admitted it another time that I actually like this, or that how I like how the background elements tie the manga together. Anyway, you know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. No, I think you're misunderstanding interest. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So, I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful. Please. Natsuki's kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. But you're all 18. Minimum. It's okay. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. But that's the thing. She's 18, but she's only 18. So of course, nobody's gonna know at that age how to handle their feelings properly. Anyone who says that they're mature beyond their years is probably just lying, okay? It takes a lot more time for your feelings and your brain to develop. So it's not always a good idea to find romance in high school, but kids don't know that. I certainly didn't know that as a kid. And even as a high school graduate, I didn't really understand. The thing is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right? But I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. While I care about her and the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Again. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. She knows everything. Let's skip because I can't stand to look at Monica anymore. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Ah, okay, poor Yuri. I do kind of feel bad for her. Let's see. Enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Narrator says she was definitely jealous. Natsuki, what? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. Aww. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Interest. Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me. I just really need to hear that from someone. You don't hear it a lot, or at all, do you? I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never share my poems like this. Natsuki. Because, well, nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point of sharing my poems? People just laugh and say, that's so cute, just like you, Natsuki. Sometimes I just don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. Oh. I look down. Her fists are clenched up really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not that careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she lets her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it! Before I can pick it back up, and Natsuki snatches the poem from the desk. It's not that any good, and I know you hate my poem. You don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems I didn't look much into it, but I know you're better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more immature than hers. So we're just outright saying that, okay. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Huh. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally she forces herself to extend her arms and the poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward. Because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout. But my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty. Because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars. But when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller. Because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all my heart. But what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger. Because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. It's you, because you, because you. Aw, Natsuki, this is not just a poem, this is a love letter, isn't it? Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. That was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. Baka. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I mean, I always mean well. And I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's... Aww. meaningful. I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Is she letting me keep this? Her small, soft hand surprised me with her assertion. I don't want it. Huh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realized what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Dun 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 dun. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. I mean, she already has one of my poems anyway, so it's actually kind of romantic. She keeps one of my poems, I keep one of hers. This means that, you know, I get to keep the best that she's got, because I think this is her best poem so far. My goodness, I mean, if somebody wrote to me that way, good. If you didn't, I would. Never mind. Just, I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before somebody sees it, okay? Yeah. Did you show this to anybody else? I'll go do that. With that, I'll return to my seat so I can put away Natsuki's poem. Okay, you three. We skip that. Okay, so we're not gonna fool around this time, but we are going to save. Ah, I see how sly. I was about to overwrite my first file with the Yuri route, but now I'm gonna overwrite the Natsuki file. There we go. Oh, it was even on Natsuki. Here we go. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so I could probably use 2 people. I could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway. You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Ellipsis. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. I wouldn't call it melodramatic, more passive-aggressive at this point. It's obvious she doesn't like this. That's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's about it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Interest? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. I mean, that's true. I mean, we focus completely on Natsuki on this one. So, the feeling, I understand it at least. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everybody with a worried look of expression, whatever. Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I began to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make a really great event. Yeah. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. Oh. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I just have to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Oh. Me? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. Why didn't I think of that? I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Tank Scorpio theme. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. Over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I will be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Natsuki, is there something you're not telling me? Really? That's kinda strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can do anything when my dad is at home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I need from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine with me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh. Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone. That's that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. Oh, come on, I mean... You were gonna say something, obviously. Couldn't you be like, hey, get home safe, or be like, just repeat what I said. See you on Sunday. Anyway, Natsuki's going to be coming over to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of the school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it? Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Oh, but until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. Trust me, dude, if I was 18 or 19 and a girl was coming over to my house, a girl that I liked, I wouldn't be able to take my mind off of it either. Okay. Depression, self-hate. Alright, we're gonna skip a lot of this. Oh, I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We send each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. Are we sharing memes too? Because that kind of makes or breaks a relationship. He also likes to complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside... Okay, memes. I could do without memes. I haven't heard a thing from Sayori. Okay, let's skip this. as sad as this is, we've already gone through it yesterday, and I don't want to go over it again. I spent only a few minutes back at home, anxiously waiting at Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I opened the front door to let her in. Ah, hello. Sup? Hey, Cassie Cage. Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform really threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not seeing me outside of the school. Okay, sorry, I can't. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of the school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to bring a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm a dependable guy. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside the school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Antris? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Okay, I understand. Not all men are gentlemen, so I guess this was going by the majority of the demographic. Hint, hint. This is ridiculously heavy. Haha. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Heh. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But... Geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because you are not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Why? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you speak your mind like that. Hey, now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a chair and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Oh, so she's comparing herself to Yuri. You aren't that insecure, huh? That's alright. I like you just the way you are. Natsuki catches her words, and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Eh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. I agree. How would you know that anyway? Come on. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Just trust me on this one. Oh no. Oh, I thought he was going for something wholesome, but this guy, I think... no. No, please, don't make me say it on the stream. Please, let's just hope he's talking about mature women with that body type. Let's keep going before I make this weirder. Too late. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sore when a cold girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Antris. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more answers like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Looks clean to me. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to take all the batter at once, so we had to do it in several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Antris, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors are indifferent, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. She's gonna get mad. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I mean, I'm with you, so... I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I put the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See, it's not like baking is just following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end when you're just looking at it. Just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki probably presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Shiori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Something like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you're completely finished mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so it got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. I'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here. Dad. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger into the icing and pops it into her mouth. See, I deal with batter a lot too at my job, so... Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes, with the right mixture of water and batter, and then beating the crap out of it, I understand what you mean. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your girl's fingers in my icing. Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I mean, this takes me back. I mean, this is how I would react in a relationship. I like teasingly, I like to see how far I can go without getting in trouble. And I mean just about the small things. I don't mean like, you know, like trying to put my relationship in a dangerous place. No, I'm nothing like that. Like this is an example of what I mean. Like if if the girl says don't touch that, I can I'll get closer and then say I'm not touching it, am I? Anyway, I push harder just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop up some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble and turn. Gross. Got into my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger and shoves before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh, here we go. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Am I still wearing my uniform? Look at my wrists. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. That's something I would do, honestly. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Or what? Some of them like it. Or at least don't mind. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it into my mouth, taking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... I'm so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Interest. You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. I did that. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn into this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? I don't know where the fire alarm starts going off. That's more like it. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? Oh, I don't know. Do you think? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked it before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. And she's grinning. That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows up the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop up the icing into those bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look all nice and fluffy. This one can't even make flowers. You probably wouldn't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up the one with the nozzle that's much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever. I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature event, right? You could make it more literature themed by adding a different word on each of the cupcakes. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's actually good. It'll be fun to see people choose the cupcake based on the word they like. Let me guess. She thinks it's a great idea and doesn't want to admit it. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can dress and act like this and not expecting you to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you just say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and the nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about it before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all aside by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. She would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway. Wait, hold on, what? Does he make you finish everything that's on your plate, or was it something else? I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then we can probably do it on one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back on the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point I feel like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. Well, more than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that, if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Oh, wow. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Antris, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want. I would really stay here longer if I could. I felt the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. Oh, I think... What is happening? I think she's trying to kiss me. My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me. I felt it. For a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Hi, Antris. Sayori, just now we weren't... It's okay, Antris. I just stopped by to say hi. You know, it's the way Sayori approaches and talks, it's more like... it's more like the way, like... You know, like, she just caught somebody cheating, and then she's like, it's okay. I'll make this painless. Anyway, well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't need any more cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was really mean to me. I can't skip this, so is something new gonna happen? So I had to come over and see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. and how close you got to her makes me really happy. But you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Andres? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why doesn't it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. Okay, let's just... Monica was right. See, there it is again. Monica was right. Was she right about what? I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Answer me. Sayori. Okay. I guess this is the one event I can't skip, no matter how many times I've seen it. I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. I hate doing this to Sayori. I hate it. But I have to turn her down. I mean, and this is just from the perspective. Let's just pause here for a moment, okay? Because I've worked towards Natsuki this whole time. I worked towards Natsuki, okay? And on the previous stream, I worked towards Yuri. Imagine if I went for Sayori. I think this would only be out of pity. If I didn't work towards Sayori, I would only be doing this out of pity. So if I just told her I love you, and just decide to spend the rest of my life with her, what would that do to Natsuki? Like, I know that breakups happen all the time, but this would definitely destroy her. Like, I think something every girl, if not most of them, would appreciate is consistency. If you're gonna stick with something, just write it out the way you meant to. You can't just flip-flop back and forth. I mean, I know people change their opinions all the time. It's just... And this game, you know, gives you the freedom of choice. It's just... I think that unless you were taking the Sayori route, you should always pick this option. Because I think doing so otherwise would just be doing so out of pity. Now, I understand that... I understand that on the 4th day, before the weekend, you had to pick between Yuri or Natsuki. But I think if he had worked on Sayori so far, this whole time, then neither of them would at least be surprised, okay? Both of them wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if you went after Sayori, and, you know, since none of my opponents went after them, then they would think, well, I should have seen that coming at least. So anyway, I'm delaying too much. I'm so sorry, Sayori. I would if I could. So sorry, Sayori. Oh wow. How far does it go? Oh, okay. That's right, there's nothing I could have done. Exactly, I mean... Suicide. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already testing up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. And Travis. You know, I think we should keep going just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Go a little bit further than the Yuri route. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. Must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and submitted it. So that's what I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overstepped again. That dummy. You think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I certainly feel awful, knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her interests. I think that's where we stop. Alright. So all 3 of my files are gonna have Monica facing me again. So anyway, how much time do I have left? My goodness, so I started this 2 hours ago. Yeah, we saved plenty of time by skipping a lot of the dialogue. Yeah, my comments on the game so far, we all know what's coming up next. Okay? Like, for those of you watching at home and this is your first time playing, then I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But you've already seen, at least from the first stream, how heartbreaking it's gonna get. Like, if you think that Sayori just getting rejected like that is the worst thing that could happen in this game, think again. It all goes downhill from there. So, I don't have time now unless I have to go do something. But maybe later tonight I can continue the stream. Honestly though, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this or tomorrow. It's late right now, and I would rather not be doing this so late at night, but at the same time, I want to keep going. So, we shall see, okay? Give it an hour. If I'm not back by then I'll definitely be doing this another time. So, with that said, thank you all so much for watching. Let's see. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, just y'all have a good night, okay? And well, actually, just a little thing. I know that a lot of people struggle with depression and all that. Like I said at the beginning of the first stream, if you're easily disturbed, if you're depressed, if your depression is so awful, then you're probably not going to feel comfortable watching this. Okay? So, do yourselves a favor. If something like this can influence you so easily, like what's the word? Natsuki used this word. Impressionable. If you're impressionable, if you're easily impressionable, then I wouldn't recommend you watching the other streams that are gonna follow because you've already saw the content warning. Suicide. Okay, suicide is gonna be the topic for this. It's the end of the weekend, so we can assume this is Monday. So Monday is gonna be about suicide, and the fact that they had to put a content warning for that, then it tells you more than I already can. So anyway, like I said, thank you all so much for watching. Be safe, okay? Have a good one.